Hey guys, in this video, I'll show you exactly how I scaled my clipping agency from $0 to $20,000 per month. These are some of the bigger clients that I've worked with. This is my website and my agency, ROI Media. As you can see, my WAP dashboard, we've made around $20,000 this past 4 weeks, and we've actually taken some payments outside of WAP. So this isn't even the entire 20,000. And it does $10,000 in MRR only because sometimes we send them single use links instead of the subscription, and the MRR is just the subscription-based payments. In this video, I'm going to give you a lot of the inside scoop of how I run my agency. All that I ask of you is to follow me on Instagram, follow my main Instagram, and follow my educational Instagram as well. So the first thing that you need to do is understand the offer. A clipping agency builds, manages, and scales a team of short-form editors who repurpose a creator's content, pushing it across a ton of different pages on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and you can even do X if you want to. These editors run dedicated pages that promote the client's brand, sometimes pushing viewers towards an info product, in turn making your client a ton of money. You can imagine if you have 20 clippers posting twice a day on 3 different platforms, that's 120 posts a day for these creators. Imagine how many views are being funneled into whatever info product that client offers. They're going to make a lot of money. The second thing that we need to do is understand why the creator wants this offer and why it's going to be so easy to sell. Number one, a lot of these creators are sitting on a ton of useless content that wouldn't find a use if it wasn't for clipping. Two, everyone's always eager for more views. That's just a given. Three, most creators already know what clipping is since Andrew Tate and Aiden Ross, even Brett Scales and Vincent Fisher, which are my clients, guys like Togi, these guys are all promoting clipping a lot. This is signaling to a lot of people that this is a service that is needed. So mostly everybody in the creator space knows what clipping is, but only a small fraction are actually implementing it within their brand, which leaves a huge market gap for us to go close a ton of clients and make a ton of connections in the info space. They see the top creators doing it and most haven't acted on it, so they don't want to miss out on the wave or they're getting FOMO. I think I was covering the mindset tip, so I'll let you guys take a look at that. So now that you know what the offer is and you know why people want it, you have to go land your first client. And this is just DM outreach on Instagram, okay? I want you to DM 200 people on Instagram, have 3 outreach messages, look up YouTube videos on how Instagram outreach works, because Instagram will restrict your account if you don't follow the rules correctly. And keep it short, keep it human, personalize the messages. This is actually the message that I use to land my first client, but the message doesn't really matter. Obviously, I use a different outreach method now. I actually use an outreach method completely outside of Instagram DMs. I'll share that with the people that join my mentorship, but I don't want it to be super oversaturated because it's working very well. But the method doesn't matter as much as volume does. You're going to be able to land a client if you're putting out 50 to 100 DMs a day. Make sure that clipping is very prominent within the message, just because a lot of people know what clipping is. They're going to be intrigued once they see that you're messaging them about clipping. So once that you've messaged a ton of people and you have some people responding, you're going to want to get them onto a Google Meet or Zoom call. And this is where the sales portion comes into things. Now, my closing rate is pretty high. It's around 75%. And I'm not sure if that's just because the offer is just so wanted or because I'm pretty good at sales. It's probably a mix of both, but I will drop a video on how I do my sales process. And also maybe I'll even drop a live sales call. But there are some things that you need to go over during this call so that you can set up your fulfillment processes correctly. I dropped a closing call checklist in the description, so check that out when you get a client that's interested. A big thing that I kind of forgot to mention is the payment structure. So the client is going to deposit $5,000 to $10,000 for the clippers to be paid out from. You might think that this is a lot, but these guys are spending 100 G's plus on advertisements, and there's a ton of clients that are spending this much on ads. So I promise you there's a ton of clients to go get, and they're going to pay you $2,500 a month or around there for you to service the community. Now, you might be asking, well, why don't they just do it themselves? Well, it takes time to actually keep a chat and group going and keep them active. Also, it takes a lot of time to comb through all the submissions and make sure that the posts are up to par. So it's really just managing and motivating the community in general. Obviously, when you're getting your first client, you might want to work for free, or you can work on a percentage of ad spend. But as you go to that second and third client, you're going to want to charge them around $2,500 to maybe even $3,500 a month. After you go out and get your first client, you're going to have to do some fulfillment. The first thing that you're going to do is go to WAP and build their community. Call the community whatever the name is of the creator clip. So for instance, if you sign Vincent Fisher, it would be Vincent Fisher Clips. I listed here some of the tabs you're going to want to have within your WAP community. The easiest thing is to join other WAP communities. Maybe you can find one of mine. I run the Brett Scales one, the Vincent Fisher one, and a couple others. BSM Fredo. You can go see the tabs that I've built or other creators have built for their content rewards clipping WAP. Once you have the WAP set up, you're going to need editors in your group to post these videos. So once you've created your community on WAP, you're going to need to get editors inside of the group. During the onboarding call with your client, you should have asked if they were okay with posting the group on their socials. And this isn't because you can't get clippers just from the WAP Discover. It's just because those people that watch your creators' content are going to be the most motivated people within the group. And it's just good to have these people at the start because they're going to give you some great ideas because they're already fans of your client. Have your creator post something like this right here. This is the copy that we use for some of the creators that I've launched. Once you launch, you can do an application process where within WAP, before they can enter your group, they're going to have to answer questions, and then you go on the back end and accept or deny people that are trying to join. Or you can make it public to where anybody can join. It's just going to be a lot harder to quality control because you're going to have hundreds or even thousands of posts that you're going to have to review before you approve their payout. Step 6 is to onboard the clippers the correct way. One of the most important parts of the entire process is that first couple days of onboarding your clippers. This is where you're going to set the tone for the entire community. I like to host a welcome call a few days out from launch. During this meeting, I kind of go over what my clients' expectations are from them and how to kind of launch their pages and just answer any questions that they have. And this really gets them engaged. The most important part of this whole thing is just having your clippers be engaged within your community. So after you have your clippers within the group and then you really have them engaged, you've messaged every single one personally, it's just time to manage your group and scale from there. It's really important to stay on top of content submissions. So all of these clippers are going to submit links to their video and you're going to have to review them to make sure that they're up to your quality standard. The two main things you're going to have to focus on is keeping the chats active, keeping the clippers engaged, and checking the submissions correctly. If you do those two things well, you're going to be golden. Another thing that I like to do is give clippers bonuses. So a lot of the times on my closing calls, I'll be like, are you okay with an extra $200 that I can use to give bonuses to the top clippers to kind of engage the community? And usually they're okay with that. If not, I'll just give them bonuses just out of my pocket just because I know that the bonuses really help with the engagement of the community. When everyone else sees that I gave one clipper $20 because they submitted a really cool edit, then it's going to motivate other people to post better quality content. That's about it for today's video. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos just like this. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to drop a comment. I also offer one-on-one mentorship, so you guys feel free to apply there. And follow me on Instagram. You can DM me with any questions there as well. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.